She went on Facebook Live and said, "Your mom will write your obituary." But what she never saw coming was that the obituary would be hers. The screen blinks. A woman's face fills the frame, confident, charged, unfiltered. The light from the dashboard glows against her skin as her voice echoes through the digital void. Threats, taunts, fury. She's not whispering. She's broadcasting. And in that moment, she's alive. Fiercely, publicly, undeniably alive. But just hours later, she would lie lifeless on the ground of a Montgomery nightclub parking lot. And the very woman she came for, the one she said she'd silence, was the one who pulled the trigger. The timeline feels surreal. 1 minute, a mother of 3 is recording threats from her car seat. The next, she's a name on a coroner's report. Erica Reese was a woman with history, love, wounds, and warnings, some of which she left behind in digital ink. This isn't just a story about jealousy or rage. It's about what happens when social media, pride, and pain collide, and when nobody steps in before it's too late. Montgomery, Alabama. May 1, 2022. Just after 1 a.m. officers respond to a chaotic scene at the 500 block of East Patton Avenue. There's screaming, broken glass, sirens. A woman, Erica Reese, lies motionless on the pavement. Nearby, a man is critically wounded. Another woman has injuries, though less severe. But it's Erica who draws all eyes. The life is already gone from her body. She has no pulse. EMTs confirm it before the yellow tape even stretches around the scene. The shell casings are still warm. The shooter? Not a stranger. Not a masked gunman or a random attacker. The woman accused of pulling the trigger is Katina Davis, 31 years old. She's not just connected to the case. She's the one Erica was threatening just hours earlier on Facebook Live. The story that begins to unfold is raw and tragic. Erica had gone to confront the woman she believed was sleeping with her partner. But that confrontation turned fatal. And the cold, devastating irony? Erica warned that someone would die that night. She was right. Just not in the way she imagined. To understand how a digital threat became a real-life murder, we have to go back. Back before the crime scene. Back before the cameras. Back to who Erica Reese was. She was a mother of 3. 32 years old. Outspoken. Protective. Passionate. She loved hard, and when she hurt loud. Friends described her as someone who didn't back down. Someone who knew what she wanted and didn't hesitate to defend it. She'd been with her partner, whose name remains withheld in most reports, for years. They shared children, a history, maybe even a future. But in recent months, cracks had started to show. Erica suspected he was cheating. And not just one-night stand cheating. She believed there was another woman, a side chick as she called her, someone trying to take her place. And that woman, she was sure, was Katina Davis. Erica's suspicions weren't quiet. She posted about them. She hinted at betrayals. She warned people not to mess with her family. And then, on the night of April 30th, she went live on Facebook. Sitting in her car, she looked into the camera and issued a threat that would haunt every article, every news clip, every police file after her death. "Your mom will write your obituary," she said. It wasn't vague. It wasn't implied. It was clear. Erica wasn't hiding the fact that she intended to confront the other woman. She wasn't just angry, she was vowing revenge. The video went viral in local circles. Friends warned her in the comments. "You going too hard," one person wrote. But Erica didn't care. Her pride was on fire. Her heart was in her throat. And whatever storm was brewing in her mind, she was ready to let it out. But what Erica didn't know was that the woman she was threatening wasn't going to back down either. Katina Davis, too, had a temper, a past, and possibly a weapon. It's unclear who invited who to the nightclub that night, or whether it was a spontaneous run-in. But at some point, the two women crossed paths outside the venue. Words were exchanged. Tension rose. And then, before the argument could cool, a shot rang out. Erica collapsed. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The man with them, presumably the shared love interest, was also hit, as was another woman. But it was Erica who paid the final price. The woman who threatened to kill ended up dying instead. In the days that followed, the internet turned upside down. Clips of Erica's Facebook Live circulated everywhere. Headlines screamed about jealous rage and love triangle gone wrong. But beneath the viral buzz was a quieter, sadder truth. Erica had cried out long before the gun was drawn. Her public threats weren't just about control. They were about desperation, about heartbreak, about a woman who felt betrayed in the deepest way and who believed no one would protect her but herself. And maybe that was the real tragedy. Not just the gunfire, but the silence before it. Did anyone reach out after her video? Did anyone try to stop what was coming? We may never know. Katina Davis was arrested on the spot. She didn't flee. She didn't hide. She faced the officers with a calm that disturbed many. She's now charged with murder, first-degree assault, and second-degree assault. Her case is still winding through the legal system, but the facts are chilling. A woman was killed, 2 others injured, and all of it tied to a web of jealousy, pain, and unchecked fury. But it's not just a story about 2 women fighting over a man. That narrative is too simple, too dismissive. What we're really looking at is a case study in digital escalation, in the way social media can amplify pain. How conflict that once brewed in private now explodes in public, and how the echo chamber of online validation can fuel decisions no one can take back. At Erica's funeral, friends wore white and gold. They held balloons, shared stories, played songs she loved. Her children, too young to understand the full scope of what happened, clung to relatives. One of her closest friends told a local reporter, she wasn't perfect, but she didn't deserve to die like that. And she's right. No one does. The law will handle Katina Davis. The courts will decide what justice looks like. But for Erica's family, there is no version of justice that brings her back. No sentence long enough. No headline big enough. Just a mother gone. A voice silenced. A life cut short. In the weeks after the shooting, many in Montgomery asked deeper questions. Why did no one take the threats seriously? Erica didn't whisper her plans, she shouted them. She pressed "Go live" and told the world what she intended. Should someone have flagged it? Could authorities have intervened? And what about Katina? Did she act out of fear or premeditation? Was she defending herself from a woman who threatened to kill her, or was she waiting for a confrontation to turn deadly? These questions don't come with easy answers, but they reveal something haunting about our culture: how quick we are to watch, to share, to comment, but how slow we are to step in. Maybe that's the real twist in Erica Reese's story. Not just that she died, but that so many watched it unfold in real time and did nothing. A woman sent a warning shot through the internet, and the internet echoed back with silence, emojis, and "you going too hard." But not with help. Not with prevention. Not with peace. And that silence cost her everything. This wasn't a war over a man. It was a tragedy fueled by pain, pride, and public theater. A modern-day duel played out not with swords but with smartphones. A digital drama that turned deadly. And in the middle of it all, a mother who didn't see that she was walking into her own ending. Erica's voice may be gone, but her video lives on. Her warning lives on. Her choices and her pain live on. And maybe that's the part that hurts the most. She wanted to be heard. She wanted to be feared. She wanted to win. But what she needed, more than anything, was someone to tell her to stop. To breathe. To turn around. We tell stories like this not to judge, but to understand. Not to sensationalize, but to remember. Erica Reese was not just a name. She was a woman who loved, who fought, who broke, and who lost. And her story reminds us that love doesn't always look like romance. Sometimes, it looks like obsession. Sometimes, it looks like control. Sometimes, it looks like a live stream from a dark car. But whatever form it takes, unchecked pain always finds a way to surface. And if we don't learn to listen before the gunshot, then we're all part of the echo after. So here's the question that lingers, long after the camera stops recording. How many more will go live before we learn to intervene? Until next time, stay safe and stay aware.